Hello, everyone. Panda here with some kind of infuriating breaking news that I saw. Also, I think I look a little bit weird. That's because I had to remake my model. I don't need to explain myself to you. Oh, also, my father is currently working on the house, and there's going to be some drilling going on. But this is I'm just getting this out of the way because there's other stuff that I want to do and I want to record. But no, this thing popped up as I was perusing through the fascist site
Twitter.
x.com, and I tried to make this rule where ever since I made this avatar, right, I am completely I am a new person. I want to try to be more positive and happier. But this news just pissed me off to know to absolutely. I'm going to explain why. Okay, so calm down. To bring out my credentials, I have been on this hell site for about a decade at this point. I had a gaming channel, and I understand that there's a lot of different takes whenever YouTube is trying to change its monetization, right? So sometimes they will completely apocalypse people that are just doing their best, and often we all get screwed over in the long run whenever YouTube is doing some nonsense. So this time around, YouTube has decided that they're going to crack down on AI generated videos starting July the 15th. Now again, this news is not entirely breaking. This is not the first time. I think they said this what, like 4 days ago, I think. Well, it's fine. Doesn't matter. All right. So this article is from techstartups.com, and it basically says that starting July 15th, YouTube is rolling out major changes, and these changes are basically the same changes that are consistently happening every few years. There's always some kind of big controversy with it was with React content before. I think we had, I think were compilations ever? I don't remember. I'm not like super tuned into whatever's going on. I kind of live in my own bubble. But I know that ReactGate was this huge, just huge problem. And people were just, we still have those people around, but whatever. YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content, the company wrote on its support page. On the 15th of July, YouTube is updating our guidelines to better identify mass-produced and repetitious content. The update better reflects what inauthentic content looks like today. So, so what this already tells me is either either y'all knew that this was a problem, or it is a problem now because there's so much just nonsense, garbage, just like we okay, look, we already had a problem with content farms and uploading like some popular pro gamer stream or whatever. Just somebody's taking that footage, putting it in a compilation or whatever, or sometimes even re-uploading entire sections unedited with no commentary or anything straight to YouTube and getting like hundreds of thousands of views, more than that the original pro gamer even could even get on their own, like their own Twitch stream or whatever, right? So this is already a problem. Now you're telling me that suddenly YouTube gives a damn, right? I don't buy it. I'm sorry. Like, I think that the reason why YouTube is doing this, and here's all the changes, right? This is what I wanted to get to. The reason why YouTube is doing this is because they figured out the same thing that many of the adult websites that I sometimes visit, okay, fine, that I frequently visit, have figured out. And that's if you allow people to upload AI generated content to your space without any filters, just being able to upload whatever the hell they want, you are going to quickly realize that the already insufferable amount of garbage that you have to sift through if you're doing any kind of moderation is suddenly going to skyrocket from one day to the next to such unbelievable amounts of crap that you have to like delete or just let through, clogging up your servers, clogging up the system. People don't even want to see it half the time, and like there have had to be entirely new websites and domains dedicated to just hosting AI generated content because normal people do not give a damn. Or at least the people who do give a damn or don't realize it, it's just, it's a whole thing, right? Like, I go to my favorite sites and I see a lot of garbage. Okay, there's a lot of low effort garbage. There's a lot of, they're using the Skyrim. If you know, you know, some Skyrim mods to like make the models do certain things that I can't talk about openly on this platform. But I've seen, to speak of the quality of those videos, right? And what I'm trying to get at is if you're using those Skyrim mods and you can genuinely get like do some storytelling, do something not necessarily unique, but you bring something to the table that's not just, oh, I got these two models and I'm using the already established like animations that anybody can go in and do, right? That's what sets you apart. And that's one specific scenario, right? Most of the time, I don't care for those videos, but every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, all right, Orc Camp or whatever it was called, kind of a banger. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about this now before I get found out for my degeneracy. But I am a trans femme on the internet, so come on, guys, come on. You expect any less from me? So no AI generated voiceovers. That one right here. This one is in a perfect world. This is an accessibility thing, right? There's people like me that are out here who have like some weird thing happen with our mouths, or we just don't talk a lot, and people can barely understand what the hell we're saying. Then there's the people who are nonverbal. Lillian is a good example of this. They straight up find it better to just use a text to speech program to talk openly and from the heart with some text because they can't, for whatever reason, they're just nonverbal, right? They can speak, but they rather not. So in a perfect world, AI generated voiceovers are okay because you're writing the script and something else is reading the thing out loud. You can't always have access or the money or whatever to pay someone else. So if somebody wants to give their voice to like a chatbot or something, that's perfectly fine with me. However, it is, we can't have it. We can't have anything nice. So I don't know how this is going to affect channels that don't have a voice that are actually trying. I know that there's like two of them out there, but I'm worried for them specifically. I think that as long as I don't know how to solve that issue actually because YouTube is it's just so shady with how they handle their banning. Uh, Again, a while back, another big thing that happened. Markiplier and some of the big, mostly the gaming channels, right? They uploaded a game, a footage of a game called Mortuary's Assistant, right? And their video was okay. YouTube didn't ding it, they got monetized. But all of the smaller creators who were playing that horror game, right? They all got dinged. None of them were monetized. It was like an immediate thing. Already can't, you can't show this, it's too graphic, whatever. But Markiplier and everybody else, they just kind of had just a pass for some reason. And so we learned that day that YouTube has this really cool thing where if you're big enough on the platform, you're basically on a whitelist. And somebody has to come in and demonetize you manually, whilst everybody else gets the bots. And and I really don't know what's like how is this going to be enforced? How is no AI generated voiceovers going to be enforced? Not like it, you know, it, and as AI gets better, because it's going to get better, it's already trying to imitate human speech patterns. People like me, who literally cannot speak, who have this thick ass whatever nonsense accent, we're actually safe. Like being unprofessional, not having proper voice training, not like practicing your friggin' alphabets and the heat from fire, fire from heat every single day. That's like professional voices are about to take such a massive, unprecedented hit. If you have a really nice radio voice, or if you can talk and read, unlike me who cannot read because I'm fucking illiterate, you're basically, I think the bots are gonna ding you. Like you're gonna have to fight tooth and nail to be like, hey, this is my voice. You friggin' you numbskulls, you chowderheads. Why are you like? I've been on this platform for what, like I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years, and I'm talking, I'm just sitting here yapping my little voice off, and it's like, friggin' that sugary honey chocolate cream to people's ears and do my ASMR channels and stuff. And because it's so good, it's gonna ding it as an AI voiceover. That's my prediction for that one. Now the low effort slideshows, I don't even know what that means. Like, are you saying people who just put a little slideshow of like a bunch of memes or something, and then they just put it on the internet? Is that what that is? Or like a bunch of cat pictures or whatever? I don't know if that one seems so arbitrary, but it's whatever. It's fine. If you don't, if YouTube doesn't want that, whatever. Yeah, make people work because we're out here like busting our asses, editing and thinking up of things to do, and to not have to follow the Mr. Beast style of like, oh, I threw everyone in a vat of acid. Oh, the last one that comes out with all their meat intact or the most amount of meat gets a bajillion dollars. Um, no recycled or repurposed videos. I guess I can understand that, but React content is going to be hit even more. We already have the whole thing with the React Gate, and I do listen to and watch a few political streamers regularly, and they're constantly getting hit with this, right? They try to put some commentary over it. We have a rule where it's like, oh, you gotta, you play 5 seconds, you talk for a minute, whatever, right? But I don't know how. Again, I don't know how this is going to be. This is uncertainty. This is YouTube that we're talking about, and which leads us to mass-produced reaction content. What is mass-produced reaction content? Is it highlights from streams? Is it Ransonas? Is it me right now? Am I doing a mass-produced reaction content video right now? I don't know. So, okay. And then we have no copy paste or minimally edited uploads. I feel like that should already be a thing. You can't just re-upload your shit. Again, this is YouTube that we're talking about. I went to the, did I talk? I don't know if I talked about this already, but basically, there was a thing on the YouTube guidelines that said that you could not like upload repetitive content or whatever. And then I was looking for it one time because I wanted to make a point about AI content and how it's technically breaking the guidelines, but I couldn't find it. It wasn't there. And I looked at those guidelines. I don't know, when I started YouTube like about a decade ago. So that should have already been there. YouTube, what's happening? What's going on? So YouTube will demonetize videos that fall into categories like, reuse content, compilations, reuploads, AI-generated narration, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. I mean, because see, they keep promising. YouTube keeps on promising us that like creators are going to matter again, and we're gonna get all of this these bad creators who just re-upload your stuff or don't put any effort, they're not going to get money. And it's like, no, consistently we know that YouTube rewards you for putting out the quickest, most bland, generic, and like but at the same time controversial stuff too, right? Just the more videos you can put out, the better. That's how YouTube works, and that's why I am incredibly upset um, at these changes because, in my opinion, what YouTube is doing is they want to stop people from gaming their system. Every time somebody finds a way to game the YouTube algorithm that's supposed to be this black box or whatever, they make changes to it so that those people who are trying to game it are no longer gaming it. And sure, fair enough. But you got animators out here and people making movies and stuff. They don't get anything. They have to rely on crowdfunding. They have to rely on Patreon and stuff. But yeah, he's not making money from YouTube, right? His money comes from his supporters. I'm also skeptical because AI content has been in this platform, living rent free, getting free money, invading the minds of the elderly, tricking the youths, etc. And it's been here for about, what, 2 or 3 years now? Suddenly, YouTube is going to the monetize AI generated videos. Why? Is it because people are now uploading so much garbage that you cannot keep up? Like the servers are just done. Like that's it. We reached maximum capacity, so now we're going to punish people for putting slop on our content on our platform, even though that's like that is. I knew this was going to happen. Like one person can set up a bunch of bots and upload hundreds of videos online a day. I'm sure that it's been done before and it is currently happening. And you're telling me that now it's a problem? Suddenly we have. I think that's the case, right? That has to be it. So like all of these AI generated videos are not only clogging up the system, but they're also turning away viewers who don't want to see that crap. Like I'm happy that this is happening, but I am really angry because they let this go on for so long, and now it's a problem. Suddenly it's a problem because it's cutting into the profits. Like there's no other way. I thought that because shorts and AI generated content were giving them so much cash that they were gonna keep it going. But apparently now that nobody likes this stuff, now it's a problem. And that's what pisses me off the most. It was going to be a problem from day one. Anybody who was on YouTube for hell a year could tell you that this was going to be a problem. Like if you're making money on YouTube, if your income relies from YouTube and you see how the algorithm kind of sort of works and how the audience and the pay and all that, you knew this was going to be a problem, right? Like if somebody sat down and was like, hey, if you take let's say you do use news, let's say you're doing news, right? You talk about the news, you give political opinions, you can upload maybe 2 videos a day, maybe with or maybe you upload like a video throughout the week, you do one whole recording session, whatever, right? If I told you that I can have 10 videos just like yours that are maybe not 10 minutes long, maybe not well edited, but I can throw out like 3 videos a day, every day nonstop, like no rest. I can just sit back, chill. You would probably be infuriated, right? Because now that you're making one video, just with the editing alone, it's gonna take you a while, right? And you have to do the research, you have to do all this other stuff, and this is just like a normal everyday commentary political channel, right? They're not the most like as much as I like them. Again, I watch some people. I watch Sirs. I watch Actual Jake. All right, those are my main boys. They don't really produce the most high quality, high effort stuff, right? They have a live stream and then they edit the clips from the live stream and they put them on YouTube. That's what they do. It's what it is. Again, it is what it is. Okay, and they're doing that, and somebody is probably doing all the editing because they're busy doing other stuff. And some guy can just come in here, usually a guy, because a woman would never. Okay, I'm just saying a woman would never do this. Just leave all of the writing, research, voiceover, script, everything to AI. Just automate everything and just put it up on the internet. Doesn't matter. Just keep flooding the site. Keep flooding the site. Eventually, you gotta get big, right? There are so many AI videos that get what, millions of views. If you just keep rolling the dice, if you keep going on that slot machine, eventually the algorithm is going to catch on to you, right? Eventually, people are gonna suddenly watch your video. But if everybody is doing that because it is so easy to do, then what are we doing? What are we doing, really? Like who's watching all of this? We already had a problem. We already had more media than we could ever consume in our entire life uploaded just to YouTube alone every single day. How many hours are being uploaded to YouTube every day? I honestly, I genuinely believe that a lifetime of videos gets uploaded every day. That's probably not true. It's probably more like half a lifetime, but that's still too much. I can't possibly watch like all of the 10-hour V movie videos or whatever that keep getting uploaded, right? As funny as those are, right? Like how many of those can I watch in a day? One, and that's just that one video. Let alone all of the freaking manosphere people that keep talking about the same 5 things. So yeah, um, I am mad because this took too long, but I am happy because maybe someone like me finally has a chance. And I hope that if you're out there trying to make stuff and you genuinely want to make stuff and not just like follow whatever trends are going on, I hope that we wish you the best. We live in uncertain times, and there are way too many battles that we're losing as humanity, not even as like creative people or content creators. No, just as humanity, we're losing the battle. All right, we're literally going to like we're really only out here like only like what the 900 billionaires are gonna make it out alive. Like that's it out of billions of people. That's what we're setting ourselves up for, and nobody seems to care. And the people that do care are just like, eh, whatever, you know. Like at least I care, right? Like that's the bare minimum. Like you care, but people don't. And then they're like, "No, I'm just gonna get my bag." Well, fuck your bag and fuck you. This stuff is nonsense. It is eroding people's frigging cognitive abilities. All they see is the money they can make, and the only thing that matters in the society is that money is being made. That's it. And we need money to live. And by making all this crap, then the people who are genuinely trying, who can bring something to the table, are not getting any money, so they're starving. So the people that make low effort shit, they're the ones who are getting paid. So now everybody makes low effort shit because it's the thing that gets you paid. And then what happens? What happens then? I don't know. I'm just yapping. All right, I'm gonna end. I'm too mad. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.